cracking? What's cracking? What's cracking, man? I just walked in the door. I had a meeting. I had a meeting with Coach Gator this evening. I went to run him a mile. I don't went to run him a mile. Then I had to stop and grab dinner. Man, I tell you, boy, still trying to get myself together, man. What's happening, man? Let me pin this comment on IG real quick. Go to YouTube. YouTube.com/the new TLR. Let me pin this comment real quick. Comment pin. What's going on, everybody? Who's scared? Who's scared? who got bust in the face? Who got bust in the face today like me? Who got bust in the face? I stopped to grab some Popeyes, baby. I stopped to grab some Popeyes. Hey, let's get right into it. While I'm shouting out my family, I want y'all to go ahead and put in the chat how your week went. What you did right, what you could have did better, what you did wrong. As y'all see, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing up right now. Let's go to, y'all know my name. Y'all know who I am. My name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on here every night, 6:30 p.m. and break down what I see in the market as far as price action. Right? If y'all want to support me, since I do it for free and I will never charge anybody for this information that I've acquired, if you want to support me, go to thenewtlr.com. You'll come up on the site right here and you'll see the Spider Gang. As you notice, I don't have on my Spider Gang stuff because I just walked in the door. I just walked in the door. But this is how you can support me. Pull up on the site and shop with your boy. Pull up on the site and shop with your boy. Shout out Lex, my daughter Alexandria Cartwright. If you go to shopwealthwalks.com, you can shop with Lex. Pull up on Lex site and shop with Lex. What it? Y'all hold on one second. Yeah, so sorry about that. Shop wealthwalks.com. Support Lex. Shout out Draco. Prolificprosperity.com. Prolificprosperity.com. Go support Draco. What? Go support Draco. This Draco right here, her name actually Draco. I just call her Draco. Ignore this little thing in the middle right here that say trade with a dummy. Please ignore that. Go support Draco. She can help you. You know what I'm saying? What can she help you with? She can help you with all this stuff. Building wealth, optimize productivity, estate planning, all kind of stuff like that. Support Draco, man. Who else I want to shout out? A Squad dash live 22.myshopify.com. Go shop with the A Squad, man. I got this A Squad shirt right here. Them shirts run big. I put that shirt on, look like I put my daddy shirt on. You know what I'm saying? They run a little big in the t-shirts, but maybe I'm just losing weight. I don't know. But shop with the A Squad, man. A Squad live live 22.myshopify.com. Go over to IG real quick. Y'all know how my family do on IG. Shout out to homie 100 bullet underscore franchise. If you into getting dogs, the homie bullet 100 can get you a dog, any kind of dog you want. Bullet underscore franchise. Y'all see the name right there. French's franchise. I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is squaring off on the little dog like that right there, but he looking at him like, what you want to do? Yeah, shout out the homie Stock Zay. Stock Zay pulled up yesterday and gave his thesis, just like I gave my thesis. And Today was the perfect. I get into that later on. What today was a perfect example is. This is Stock Zay right here. See, Stock Zay. If it don't look like that, it ain't Stock Zay. Click on the link in his bio. He got the runners. Awesome community. Got courses in private community. First Gen Wealth on YouTube, and you can schedule one-on-ones. Amazing fundamental and technical analysis guy. He can break down any company you can think of. And I mean any company you can think of. Shout out Charles Coney. Everybody in the community call him Uncle Charles, right? Wall Street Consortium. Wall Street Consortium. If it ain't spelt like this, exactly, no extra letters, no underscores, just like that. And if I don't follow him, it ain't him. Click on his link tree and book a one-on-one with this man right here. Amazing long-term investor. Long-term investor. If you want to learn how to get your portfolio together and get your mind right, book a one-on-one with oh, Uncle Charles got STEM on there too. Okay then, Uncle Charles, I see you. I was just talking to Coach Gay about he want to get some STEM stuff started at his community center. Scott's Creations. If you want to learn how to cook, or if you want to learn how to eat better, or if you just want to cater somebody, get somebody to cater your food, boom. Look at this right here. Meatball spaghetti with broccoli, cucumber salad, baked flounder, and roasted potatoes and carrots. Check out the menu. He got menus for you to break the stuff down. If you don't know how to cook, he tell you how to cook it. If you go to his stories, look at that. He show you how to cook the stuff in his story. What's that right there? What is that right there? Them some chicken wings? What, that some fried chicken? What, them some crab? No, them, is that crabs? That's like a crab pincher. I don't know what that is. But anyway, it's something getting fried. It's something getting fried. Scott's Creation. He also got a link in his bio. If you click on it, boom, you can buy his spices. Darn near everything. That's what you put that spice on. Darn near everything, right? You got GG Seafood, Alkaline Salt. He also sell, oh no, I ain't see the picture down here. Look at the picture. Ginger Thyme Tea, right? He got some aprons too. Support my homeboy, the real Travis Scott, Scott's Creation on what's name? I don't know. If I forgot anybody, charge to my head, not my heart. I know why y'all came here. Y'all ain't came here to listen to me talk about my family and shout out my family. Let's get right into it, man. Spy Lean, where you at? Look what they did to Spy Lean. Ooh, look what they did. Look what they did. Today is the perfect example. Before I get into that, y'all check this out. Check out what I got in the mail. Check out what I got in the mail. I want y'all to see right here. Not this right here. Not that right there. Check out what I got in the mail today. Check out what I got in the mail. Baby, how many phones we ordered? Oh yeah, 4. This mine, right? What my phone look like? This mine right here. And this my sweetest. Yeah. This mine right here. Check out what came in the mail today. Check out what came in the mail today. This mine right here. For the phone. Oh, I'm showing to the wrong thing. There you go, IG. Right there. This mine right here. That's me there. Spider Gang. Shop Spider Gang if you want to get one for your phone. This my sweetie right here. Me and the boys got the same thing. They just got a different style iPhone. iPhone gang over here. This my sweetie right here. That's my sweetie IG. This my sweetie phone right, my sweetie case right here. Let me back it up so to get in focus. Right? We go to YouTube. I'm about to hang up on y'all, IG. Hey. Boom. I just want to share this with y'all, man. I ordered me a phone case off my site. It looked good on white phones. It looked good on white iPhones. Let me put this thing in the case right here. Booyah! Look at that, boy. Look at that now, boy. Check out what came in the mail today. You feel me? Now you feel me. All right, man. Let's get into it, man. Let me, I didn't even have it big on the screen. Now you feel me. Now you feel me. Spider Gang. And then this right here, this is my sweetest right here. This is my sweetie case. I had it all small. Why y'all didn't tell me I had it small? Let me show you how my sweetie case look. Me and her both got white phones. Baby, your phone white, ain't it? Don't you got a white phone? This how my sweetie case look. Booyah! That's my sweetie case right there. Spider gang. That's my sweetie case right there. And then the boys got the same one that I got. But theirs is theirs for the iPhone SE. Boom. Spider gang. Shop Spider gang. The new TLR.com. Now, let me get back into what y'all came here for, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me through my ADD moments. Should I get, y'all think I need to get back on IG? I ain't gonna do IG like that. I'm gonna get back on IG so they'll know. Pull up IG. We back. Okay, here we go. What happened today? Today is a perfect example of news trumps charts. Yesterday was a perfect example of news trumps charts. What's up, Trey? Trey, pull up on YouTube. Pull up on YouTube, Trey. Yesterday and today was a perfect example of news trumps charts. What, Tim? What do you mean? News trumps charts. I'm glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers. While I get this stuff all out my way, my ADD acting up right now. News events will always supersede what the technical analysis is showing you, right? When we broke structure right here, we consolidated right around equilibrium for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, right? This last day, look how high within this candle we was trading, right? Even though it was down, the momentum was still toward the up, and we wasn't coming closer to breaking down. We gapped down, you know what I'm saying, sold down a little bit, but we were still on the top end of the count. Like the momentum was still to the upside, right? Then the job numbers came out. Timber. The job numbers came out, timber. And look at the volume, right? Right? Remember yesterday we talked about this volume. All of this volume came in the last 5 minutes of the day. There was no volume. It was just the news. It was the news, and then it just bled off. You follow what I'm saying? Today, the exact same thing. Because of the inflation numbers coming in super hot, for anybody who don't know what I'm talking about, let's go over here. We're going to go to econoday.com, right? You can go to econoday.com, or you can go to forexfactory.com, and you can go to the economic calendar, right? Look at the calendar on Econo Day, right? And if you see right there, the CPI numbers came out today. Before it come out, it'll say consensus. After it come out, it says report. You click on the report, right? It'll show you the details of the news or the event or whatever it is that was dropping that day. I'm going to blow it up real big so you can see it. As you can see, the consensus on the month-over-month inflation, the total month-over-month of the total inflation was 0.7. We came in at a whopping 1.0. We came in 2/10 above the top end of the consensus range, right? For year over year, the consensus was 8.2, right? The prior was 8.3. The range was 8.2 to 8.4. We came in at 8.6. And so on and so on and so on. So, Tim, what does that mean? That means inflation is way higher than anybody expected. And so, with that, once them inflation numbers came out, right? Because there was no buying or selling today for real. Once them inflation numbers came out, we gapped down. Cause let me show you what it looked like on I don't even have my Ninja Trader open. Let me open up Ninja Trader while I'm talking. I hit the wrong thing. I hit Pro Tools. What are you doing, Tim? What are you doing? Cancel. Oh my God, it's still gonna try to do that even though I said cancel. I hit Pro Tools. Okay, can y'all hear me now? When did it go out, Water? What's the last thing you heard?
Can't hear. No, we can't hear.
What's the last thing you heard?
Oh yeah, you good now.
What's the last thing you heard?
Hold on.
All right.
It just went out like a minute and a half ago.
What's the last thing y'all heard? What's the last thing y'all heard? Cause when I opened up Pro Tools, it muted my mic. What's the last thing y'all heard? What's the last thing you back? What's the last thing y'all heard before it muted?
You was talking about those charts.
What's up, baby?
I was just gonna tell you we couldn't hear. I called the boys. I text.
Okay. All right.
All right, bye.
So I'm sitting up here thinking, and now it's acting crazy again. Why is it doing this? I don't know what's going. It's blinking. I'm just gonna close IG. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place today, y'all. You was on the chart. Did y'all hear when I said we gapped down 1.63%? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Okay, so when I open Pro Tools, y'all ain't hear nothing after that. All right, so backing up, right? I said did y'all hear me when I say news trumps charts? Did y'all hear me when I say news trumps charts? Did y'all hear me? Okay, I'm just gonna back it up. Okay, here we go. So what happened, right? News trumps charts. Y'all remember yesterday we talked about all the volume came in at the end of the day. We were saying that. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I'm just gonna repeat it. Basically, the same thing happened today. There was no real buying and selling today, right? Even at the open, we got. Let me show you the candles, right? I'm gonna drop down to 5-minute candles, right? Let me reset this right here. I'm gonna drop down to 5-minute candles, right? Look at the volume at the bottom, right? At this 9:30 candle right here, you see the volume of the 9:30 candle, and then the volume started tapering off, right? Let me blow it up so y'all can see it a little bit better. Get out the way, Ad. Okay, so this the day. This the full day right here, right? From 9:30 on. Right over here in this little shaded area. I don't know if y'all probably can't see how shaded that is, but from right here at 9:25 over to what is that? This little area over here. Right over here, this is the news candle. That's at 8:30. You see what I'm saying? That's the news candle. That's at 8:30. That big old drop right there, that's the news candle. That's before the market opened, right? So when the market opened, you see the volume here, right? Then it tapers off the whole day. Look at the volume for the rest of the day. And then the last 5 minutes of the day, look at the volume on the end. So all the volume came in again on the last 5 minutes of the day. Because the volume, see the volume here is really low still. The volume really low on the opening candle. All the volume came in, like at the last 5 minutes of the day, we had 1.133 million shares moved, either bought or sold. 1.133 million, either bought or sold. I say bought or sold because you got a wick on the top. So some buying was going on, and it's a little wick at the bottom. So you know it was some buying going on, because without it being opposing transactions going on, it would just be one solid block from the top to the bottom. So since it was some opposition in there, hey, you know it was some buying going on in that big red candle. So I said all that to say there was really no buying and selling going on for real throughout the day. What happened right here in this 1.16% drop, that big space right here from net close to this open comes from that pre-market candle, that pre-market news candle right here. See that big drop? And then it sold off just a little bit more, and that's where we opened. You see what I'm saying? So all that big gap came from the news of the inflation being super high. Did y'all hear me talking about the inflation when I went to what's the name? Y'all heard me talk about the inflation, right? Okay, so that's where the gap came from, right? Now that we understand where the gap came from, now we get a better understanding of news Trump's charts. Because yesterday we had very, very low volume, wasn't no buying and selling, right? It just bled down because we had the bad news about the higher inflation. Today, we just bled down. I mean, we had the bad news about the higher amount of people filing for unemployment, the jobless claims. Then today, we had the bad news of inflation is super hot. You see what I'm saying? So we gapped down 1.63%, and then we just bled down for the rest of the day. Right now, what I like about how we closed, right? What I like about this overall, right? I'm gonna tell you what I like about this overall. Yesterday when we closed, we left a little bit of gap work on this daily fair value gap right here, right? Everybody and their mama, including me, was concerned about this daily fair value gap right here, right? We was like, hey, we got another daily gap up under that. I was concerned about that too, right? I was concerned about that too. So now, guess what? So since we gap down like that right there, this in essence is just a big continuous red candle. This candle, just imagine this being continuous all the way down there. You can't see it because the action happened overnight. If you pull up like the intraday time frames, then you could see it. You see what I'm saying? Now you can see how you can see it. You can see the movement through there because that's the intraday time frames that you can see on the SPY, but you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't see it when you put it on the daily chart because the SPY theoretically don't open. The day on the SPY is, you know what I'm saying, from 9:30 to 4, right? The day. You see what I'm saying? So now you can see it. And you see how if you just connect all these candles together, that'll be just one big red candle from the top to the bottom. You see what I'm saying? So back to the daily, right? What I like about it. So we done took care of all this gap work right here. Even though we gapped past it on the open, we actually traded through it with the intraday stuff. So we done took care of both of these gaps, right? That's one thing I like about it. And if you look over here, right, looking at this line, you see where this line is going? Yeah, y'all can see it. The close line where we closed at 389.80. If you follow that line over, right, when you get over here to the 20th and the 19th, right, on the 20th, we closed at 389.63, and on the 19th, we closed at 389.46, right? So 18, 17, 16, 13. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's 1 week. These right here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? That means the weekly closure, right? This is the weekly low on the 20th. But the weekly closure, right, is at the closure of this candle right here, because it's lower. The closure of the 19th is lower than the closure of the 20th. So the weekly closure is, we haven't made a new weekly closure. You see what I'm saying? We far away from a new weekly low, right? But when they look at the books and when they count it out, they go by the closures. When they be like, we this many percent off of highs, they be talking about the closure of the day. Once it's in the books, they talk about the close. So we don't have a new weekly closure. Well, Tim, why are you saying all that? Cause little Timmy Rogers, if I flip over here to the line chart, like the cousin Zay like to get, now it might make a little bit more sense to you. You see that dotted line right there? We do not go below this. This is the 19th, and this is the 20th. You see how we ski skirt right on past there. Safe. We have not made a new weekly low as far as the closures. We have not closed with a new weekly low. So I'm thinking the algo said, you know what? We not going to continue the downtrend. We going to make a slightly higher low on the closure side, because if they would have closed below this right here, that would have gave us a confirmed weekly closure to the downside. And the algos was like, that ain't what we want to do right now. We don't want to do that right now. So they throw it on brakes right there, because the algos was the one trading. Because if it was really bears in there trading, no bear is going to stop selling. The bear's just going to sell, 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 sell. No bear is going to stop selling. This was all strategically priced down. What in the world is that? Hey, chill out, man. Y'all, hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm thinking something going on in my house. They out there screaming for nothing. Hey, but yeah, they ain't gonna stop selling. So for all yesterday, it wasn't nobody really selling. Today, they ain't gonna stop selling. So the algo stopped that thing right before we made an official weekly closure. Those are the things that I like about what happened, right? Let's jump over to let's jump over to the ES, and then let's break down the price action, right? Just for the record, my y'all already know my lotto got bust in the face off rip from the open. Soon as I got off A Squad Live, I opened up my account and my lotto was at negative 99.99%. So looking at the ES, right? So on the ES peak, when we opened up right after the news, we dropped it like it was hot. When the market opened right here, this was the only entry that I saw that I would have taken for anything to the downside. And the only reason I'll tell you why I marked it like that in a minute. We dropped it like it was hot. The market opened up right here on the 930 candle. It wiggled around back and forth a little bit, and then boom. The next candle, it was a slow, painful ride down here to the sell side liquidity. I marked it out. I was on IG and I was on A Squad Live, and I said the only thing I see to the downside, let's I go to the hourly for anybody who wasn't on the live this morning or wasn't on A Squad Live. I said the only thing, because when we opened up the New York, we was right there where my white line is, right? The New York opened up at 39.49.25, right? I said the only thing I can see to the downside of liquidity that we need to go get that we haven't ran already from this drop is right here below these lows right here, because it don't make sense in Tim Rogers' mind for anybody to hide a stop up under this swing low right here. When let me make these candles a little bit fatter for y'all. Where did my mouse just go? Cheese and rice. Okay, let me make these candles a little bit fatter for y'all real quick. I mean these wicks. So y'all can see the wicks. They be disappearing. All right. So it don't make no sense to hide a stop up under this when this is the start of the move. See, like this right here is the start of this move. Pull back. This is the start of this move here. This little pull back to this fair value gap right here, that's not the start of the move. So ain't nobody gonna tuck a stop loss under that. They gonna put the stop loss up under this right here, right? And then so that's why I was like, that's the spot where the stop losses are tucked at, right? I was like, that's where I see them coming to. I was like, I really don't care if we don't get into this daily fair value gap right here. I just want us to get to this liquidity up under here and try to push back up. But since it wasn't no buying or selling going on today, only thing we did was just slowly. When I tell you slow, it took forever. The whole time I was on A Squad Live, I was reiterating what I said on what's name from this for this 15, 30, 45 minutes. This was the longest 45 minutes I ever seen in my life. These three candles here, it took forever for this price to get down below this 31.15 liquidity, right? Boom. So when we got there, and the reason why I wasn't looking for no kind of short is because all this move right here, y'all know I primarily do options. I primarily swing options. So this was like the move. Once the market opened up, it was real slow. Low volume, wasn't nothing happening, wasn't nothing going on. So I wasn't really trying to get into no puts because this was the move. The only way I would have tried to get into some puts is if we would have came back up to this fair value gap right here. If we would have came back up to this fair value gap here, then I would have been considering trying to get some puts to push back down to get this liquidity right here up under 39.15. But since we didn't do that, I wasn't looking for nothing. I just chilled out after I got off A Squad Live, did some laundry, talked to my cousin. She came by to see her nephew. Then in the afternoon, I came back here and I started looking for reasons to scale into more calls. Well, Tim, why are you scaling into more calls? I'm glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers. Let me show you why I'm scaling into more calls. Because the bottom has dropped out of everything. Remember when we was talking about yesterday, when the price up here, the puts are cheap. When the price down here, the calls are cheap. So I'm going shopping for calls. So at the end of the day, I bought 390 calls for June 24th. So my calls is right here. I bought 390 calls for June 24th for over here. So from now to June 24th, when we go back up after we got this death drop, everybody and their mama gonna come in Monday and go shopping. Everybody and their mama fun to come in Monday and go shopping. I don't care if we just get a relief rally back to here. If we get a relief rally back to here, my 390 calls gonna be shmoney. You feel me? If we get a relief rally back to the equilibrium where we was at right here, that was the equilibrium before. If we get a relief rally back to that 402, my 390 call is going to be $12 in the money. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I bought calls, because everybody and mom finna go shopping. We just fell in the last 1, 2, 3 days. Well, I'm gonna go from the closure of this. I'm gonna go from the closure of this day. So 1, 2, 3. Over 3 days, we fell 6.25% over 3 days, and 2 of those 3 days was just straight news. 2 of those 3 days was 4.79%, and it was just straight news. Straight news was the catalyst. Just like me and the homie Zay was like, this CPI gonna be the catalyst to take us one way or other. The job numbers started it with the breakdown, and then the CPI numbers extended the breakdown, right? It ain't had nothing to do with the Bears or the Bulls. It was all news. News trumps charts. That's the saying for today. News trumps charts. And let me show you right here the setup that I took to get into my 390 calls. I put this fair value gap there. That's a 5-minute fair value gap. Let's drop down to the 5-minute level. I'm just break down exactly what I did to take this entry, right? So we dilly-dallying, right? I came back here around about 2:45 and I started watching. I noticed that we had made nice relative equal lows right around here. I'm just gonna say 38.99 and 3/4, right? 38.99 and 3. Let's just say 3,900. I'm gonna make it a nice smooth number. 3,900. We got nice smooth lows. If I said highs, I jalapies. We got nice smooth lows at 3,900. We just been dilly-dallying all afternoon, right? We've been in that same range from 1010 all the way over to, what is this right here? When do we break out the range? Right there. 3 o'clock pretty much. So at 3 o'clock we pushed up out the range, right? So I looked at this move here, right? Let me see. From the high of after 9:30, boom, all the way down to the low, right there. Boom. This was equilibrium right here, and the fair value gap above equilibrium was right there. That's why I marked that fair value gap. That's the only fair value gap that I had above equilibrium, right? So I said, once we come up here and service this fair value gap, I already know we're going to run lows, because one thing that I've noticed, or one thing that I learned from ICT, and it's been holding true, right? Whatever the daily momentum is, round sometimes during lunch, but most of the time just after lunch, between 1 and 2, the market starts pushing to liquidity on the opposite side. If it's bearish, the market start pushing for buy stops or pushing for imbalances on the top side. If it's bullish, it start pushing for buy stops and pushing for imbalances on the bottom side. So today, it's downhill. It's just been trickling down. So I said, okay, soon as we come to this imbalance up here, we going down here to get this sell side liquidity, right? I already knew it, because what they do, they go up to the imbalance, go up to the liquidity above some highs, and then they run it down. So Pete, you know what I'm saying? We came here, we got above these highs right here. We just breaking highs. Boom. We broke them highs there. Right? We came back. Boom. We broke them highs there. We came back. Boom. We broke them highs there. Went into the fair value gap. So we done ran liquidity 1, 2, 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Because we ran it over here. We ran it over here. We ran it up here. So we ran liquidity 3 times to the top side, got into the imbalance. Soon as we got into the imbalance and serviced that, we shot down. I said it's go time. When we come below these lows right here, I'm getting my calls. And so that's what I did. I just let it come on down. And then the last 5 minutes, when we got that big push at the end of the day, on the last 5 minutes, when we got down here, boom, I got my 390 calls for June 24th. And the reason why I just got it as soon as we broke the level is because it was at the end of the day. I didn't have to wait for a new setup. Ain't nothing gonna give me a setup tomorrow. Ain't nothing gonna give me a setup like later on. So I just, as soon as it broke that level, boom, I jumped in, got my calls for the 24th. I got 390 calls for the 24th. And the reason why I got 390 calls, y'all already know yesterday I bought 405 calls for the 24th. I bought some for the 17th too. I bought 405 calls for the 17th and the 24th. The ones for the 17th, I'm slightly concerned about them. But for the 24th, I ain't worried about it. And then I bought the 390 calls for the 24th because next week, somebody gonna buy something. Even if it's just early in the week and we just pop up and keep coming back down, somebody gonna buy something. And them 390 calls gonna print. They gonna print. So that's all I got for the price action. That's the reason why I got into my calls. I ain't even gonna hold you. As far as what I want to see, I don't want to see no more downside. I just want to see us go up. That's it. I just want to see us go. All we did was bleed off for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? No activity was given on Thursday or Friday. Nobody was buying or selling. Everybody just let the algos reprice the market way down here. So I'm expecting everybody and their mama to come in and start shopping on Monday. And shout out Alexandria Cartwright. Let me come off this right here. The other day when Amazon split, I said, Lex, I sent her a text. I said, Lex, I like Amazon at 108. She said, I don't think 108 coming no time soon. I start scaling in my mama account today at 109.55. I could have, if I would have checked a little bit earlier, I could have got it for 109 because it dropped all the way down to like 109.05 or something like that. I could have got it for 109, but they only partially filled me. They ain't like I put in the order to get a few shares and they only partially filled me, but I got in at 109.55 because when I told her, she told me, it ain't coming to 108. I said, I'm patient. I said, I'm patient. What you say, hopium? Ain't no hopium. It ain't no hopium. Hey man, I'm telling you, ain't no hopium. Monday, when them boys come in there Monday, and the last time they bought something, the price was up here at 415. Cause ain't nobody do nothing these days right here. This was a ho-hum day. This was a ho-hum day. This was a ho-hum day. These 2 days was straight news. And this right here, ain't nobody do nothing. So boom, them boys, when they left work on Wednesday, it was at 415. And then when they come back on Monday, that thing gonna be down here. Man, I wouldn't be surprised if we gapped up where we opened up today. I wouldn't be surprised if we gapped up at 395. We opened up at like about 395 this morning. I wouldn't be surprised if we gap up to 3. See how we gap past this fair value gap right there? I wouldn't be surprised if we gap up to where we closed or where we opened up today at 395. Them boys gonna come in shopping, man. They gonna come in shopping. And shout out Zay. Zay said we was gonna have a 2% day, but he didn't say it was gonna be negative 2%. He didn't say, what he say? I'm looking at my thing right now. Oh, he said 3.5% tomorrow. He said 3.5%, but he didn't say it was gonna be negative. Let's see what it was. Zay, it was 2.91%. You was a 0.5% off, but it was negative, not positive. Shout out to homie Zay, man. Hey, I'm man enough to admit, hey, the news just blew my thesis out the water. You know what I'm saying? What I said I'm bullish in the short term till proven wrong. You know what I'm saying? Till proven wrong. Today, I was proven wrong because I said if I get down past that fair value gap down there, I was throwing in the towel. and we gap down all the way past the second fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? The news proved me wrong. It is what it is. You got to be man enough or woman enough to admit that stuff. Hey, I think that's all I got, man. We 45 minutes in. I'm gonna put the link in the chat if anybody wanna pull up, if anybody wanna share anything, if anybody wanna ask anything. The link in the chat right there. If you wanna pull up, I'm gonna look through the chat while I'm the link in the chat if anybody wanna pull up. Oh no, it was acting. It was a glitch on Amazon. It wasn't no glitch on Amazon. Who that is? Who pulling? Oh, that's Zay pulling up. Shout out to homie Zay. That's Zay pulling up. What it do?
I told you, bro, whether I was right or wrong, I had to cut your face. And we got. Hey, look, I'm with you, bro. I got smoked.
Got smoke.
I got smoked. And yeah, man.
Pass the Dutchie upon the left hand side.
The crazy thing is, and I can only be mad at myself. And we talked about this, and I said the 4, and you know how I'm always 4-5. You gotta hold.
Mm-hmm.
When that number ain't hold, I should have said, you know what, turtle. Remember I said turtle soup might be dead, bro.
Yeah. But you see, but it wasn't really dead. It was that CPI. It was that CPI.
Here, but see, this is the thing though. When you was
shout out JD, let me shout out JD real quick. Shout out JD, we appreciate you too. Yeah. Thank you from the A Squad Live. Hey, yeah. Shout out A Squad Live, man. I told y'all I got the opportunity. Somebody wanted to hear me run my mouth, so I was a special guest. Shout out JD, I appreciate you on the super chat. Yeah.
But nah, man, that weekly candle. All right, you say you think some buying happening, right? This is my question. Who buying before FOMC and quad with you?
Everybody buy. I'm telling you. Remember we looked at it yesterday. And they ran through quad witch.
Yeah.
They ran through quad witch back in May. I mean
March. Yeah.
They ran. I'm telling you, man. Hey. I could be wrong. But guess what? It hit my levels, and I'm just trusting the process.
Yeah.
I'm trusting the process.
Yeah. But no, I just had to come show face. We definitely look here go Boogie. So he did.
So little Tim Riley did eat all his lunch alone.
No, I just wanted to hop on real quick. I had to show face. Look, man. I had a strong thesis. I thought we might get that CPI surprise. Even though, when I think back, I'm like, we knew the numbers was going to be hot. It just was worse than expected.
Yeah, it was worse than expected.
I thought that, maybe we come in top of the range, maybe, you know what I'm saying? And when I actually looked at the report, it was a few that kind of really stood out. Like, gas was super high, but who expected used autos to go back up? I didn't expect that. I didn't know people was out here really buying cars like that. It was a few things that really went up. We knew rent was going up, so it is what it is. We'll come back next week.
Yeah. So like I say, man, it's like I ain't and this just like to keep it 100. The reason why I got my calls, because I scaled in yesterday, right, getting some calls, and then them hot CPI numbers. Like if it would have just been like regular selling from price action, I would have just got out of my calls and left it alone. But since all we did was just bleed down slowly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, this just news. You see what I'm saying? This just news. So I got it for the end of the month because next week, we gonna get some kind of relief in there. I mean, next week, we getting some relief in there. Even if it's only for the first half of the week, we gonna get some kind of relief.
This the thing that concerns me, and like we talked about, news trumps charts. Next week, what the news is going to be. All the news is going to be about, because of this inflation report, is Powell going to stick to the script and do 0.5 on Wednesday, point 0.5 in July, and is he going to stick to, then we're going to get some more clarification about September, right? Because he kind of said that he'll do 0.5, but now the market today, and let me just add this for everybody who knows. If you go to CNBC, watch and read, watch or read the article, what to watch in the week ahead, they tell you that today and yesterday, the market started pricing in the chance of Powell coming out and saying 0.75 Wednesday or doing 0.75 in September or something like that. So if he stick to the script and say no 0.75, we should get a lot of what we lost back, because like you said, it's just all news, and people in the market try to get in front of if Powell does the 0.75. If he don't do the 0.75, we should rally and get all that back.
Yo, if he stick to the script, the rally gonna be V-shaped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he go with the 0.75, I still believe it's gonna go up, because like you say, they priced it in. That's why it dropped so hard. When the inflation came in hot, that's why it dropped. Cause they said, hey, if the inflation come in hot, get me out of everything.
Yeah. Yep. Sell everything. They come to 0.75.
So it's like that they price the market at a deep discount so that when it's time to buy it back, everything gonna sell. You don't want the market to stay uphill, and now the shares and the calls are expensive in a premium. You want it to be in a deep discount, so when them numbers came in hot, the market did exactly what it was supposed to do. Cause and that's why I say I still scared to my calls, cause there was no buying or selling action through the whole day. There was nothing. It was just a slow trickle. It took 45 minutes for it to move 30 points. It's like it was
your point though, most of the move was yesterday, the last 5 minutes, the news candle, and that was
that's it.
The 5%.
That's it. And then let me look at the screen real. Let me show the screen.
That's 5%.
I'm gonna show the screen real quick. Hold up. That's us. Let me move us out the way.
Yeah.
And then share the screen. Because looking at the ES, right? Look at this, man. These 5 minutes candle, so you can see all the movement, right? Right there. That's the news candle. Let me spread it out some. Let me spread it out a little bit.
What's the last? What was yesterday's last 5 minutes? Where were them candles at compared to that news candle?
Yesterday, last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Let me squeeze in. So yesterday, last 5 minutes is right here.
Wow.
Let me put a box around it so you can see. Don't put a box around it so you can really see it.
Bruh, look at the size of that candle compared to.
Okay, so if I pull this over here and put it at the bottom of the from the wick to the bottom, right? Mm-hmm. From the wick to the bottom, that's the size of yesterday's 5 minutes, right? And then this is the news candle right here, the 5 minute news candle. Look at the difference. Look at the difference and for anybody that need to see a side by side comparison of the girth. For anybody who needs to see the girth, let me change the color on it. I'll change the color to green. That's the size difference between the news candle and then the last 5 minutes. And then look at the last 5 minutes of today, right? This the last 5 minutes of today right here. That little candle right there.
Yep, that's so you could tell that's like you said, ain't no real buying or selling.
Then peep that candle almost the exact same size as the last 5 minutes. Yeah. So that's the last 5 minutes of today. That's the last 5 minutes of yesterday, and this is the news candle right there, right? The rest of this right here is just a slow bleed down from there to there, and then consolidation all day. You see what I'm saying? Came back up, to a discount to an imbalance and then pushed back down, and it didn't even attempt to get into this fair value gap. The fair value gap was not the
What gap
destination.
is that right there that you looking at?
That is an hourly fair value gap that was made
Lord
back
Jesus.
here on the 20th. Yeah, it was made on the 20th. Let me
wow.
put these hourly counters up. That's just I was just looking at all the gap work that was below the daily fair value gap.
Yeah.
And so that's an hourly gap, and it was at the end of day, we popped at the end of day on the 20th. On May 20th. Yeah, on May 20th, it was like an end of day pop right there.
That's the ES right here.
Yeah.
You put that on a weekly chart for me?
Say weekly. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to see what that looked like. Ooh. Oof. Oof.
So that would have been in this week right here. Right.
Yeah.
And so this what
So
we at
we
right here.
that. So did we about closed right at where we closed on that one. So that gap up, right? So we gapped up that small little itty bitty gap up. We came back and got it.
Yep.
If you take me, yeah.
So yeah, so I'm telling you, man, that's why. Cause if it was like, if I really believe if the algos was trying to reprice us down to make a run for like lower lows, I really believe we would have kept selling and broke this weekly low right here. You see what I'm saying?
Well, all right. So this is where I would say yes, but also no. Because when you look at the weekly chart, we already down 5%. And we pretty much, you know what I'm saying, the talk of the town was, hey, if CPI come in hot, it is possible we can get back all the gains from the rally. That's basically what we did. Now, what I think can happen is I think we do want to retest the 38.10. So to your point, when I was looking at the pricing of options going into the close, it feels like what they want to do, to your point, is maybe do a gap up or do a rally on Monday. And then come Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday going into Quad Wish and FOMC, they might, do that slow drip, retest the 38.10, and from there, who knows? I can't say we'll go back up, but I think
run these sales stops on the hill, then go up.
They might want to, bro, because you got to look at the way we close. That weekly candle shows selling ain't done. Even if we gap down only to reverse on Monday, you know what I'm saying? It's going we you know what I'm saying? We coming for that 38.10, bro.
If now I wholeheartedly agree with you, except for the fact that the selling this week has just all been news. It ain't actually been sellers. You see what I'm saying?
I agree, but what's going to bring in buyers? You know what I'm saying? What's going to bring in buyers next week?
The cheap prices.
Huh?
The cheap prices. The price is going to bring in the buyers to get in right there. Even if you don't, like, I ain't saying we gonna blast off to all new highs. I ain't even, you know what I'm saying, like in the short term, since the CPI and the jobs pushed us so low, I'm not even looking back up here no more. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm just looking to get back here. I'm just looking to get back here now. So, like, with the cheap prices, just think about it now, right? You got to, like, show some returns. You got to get some returns, right? And the only way you're going to be able to get returns is buying discounts.
Yeah.
Everything on sale right now. You see what I'm saying? Everything on sale right now. If we let's go to let me pull up my where my Google at. Come here, Google. Come here, Google. There it is. Let's go to Sec the Spider. Right? Just look at the sec. This just today. This just today. Tell me what's not on sale. And let's go. We're gonna go 5 days. You know what I'm saying? What's not on sale? Let's go a month.
Okay.
You feel the only thing that's not on sale right now is energy. And everything else flat. Consumer staples are on sale good over the monthly. You see what I'm saying? So over a month, everything is pretty much flat. But over the last week, you know what I'm saying? Over the last week, look how down everything is. You see what I'm saying? Like, just say if anybody wanted to take some profits that they've been getting in energy, it's the pick of the litter where they can put it. You feel me? It's the pick of the litter where they can put it going into quad witch. You know what I'm saying? Quad witch, FMOC. It's the pick of the litter where you can put it, let it pop up, get a dead cat bounce, whatever you want to call it, and then sell it back off and move it into something safe. That's just the reason. Like, if it was real buying, if it was real selling, I would be 100 with you. Like, hey, we fun to go down to the depths of Hades. But since it was only news that dropped it like that, like if we would have gapped down here, you know what I'm saying, and the Bulls would have came in and pushed it back up there, and then the Bears pushed it back down to here, then I would be like, you know what I'm saying, look at it, this is just a complete block on the SPX. It ain't even try to do nothing.
It ain't even try to replace the past 2 days.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it ain't what Boogie said. Shout out Boogie with another super chat.
Nah, I ain't. Listen, I'm still not bearish. My thought is, what's gonna get us a? You know, we got FOMC is Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
We got PPI on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
We got core retail sales on Wednesday, along with the FOMC statement that come on Wednesday, right? The interest rate raise. And we got coalition on Friday. We can, you're right. It is possible we could definitely run, but we're going to still have at least one more down day next week. I never expect just a full all out sprint in times like this. In times like this, I ain't going, but this is what I like to add to it too. Cause like I say, if we had some real buying and selling, I would be the biggest bear you ever want to see right now. But since everybody already started pricing in, the Fed gonna be more hawkish than thought. Cause the Fed already said, at all costs, we will get this under control. Meaning the stock market can go to Hades for all we care. So when everybody starts saying these inflation numbers gonna be hot, they priced it in, and look what the algos did. The algo said, it's hot, let's drop. You see what I'm saying? So it dropped. Everything dropped. So now all that's priced in. So now PPI come out. We already know the CPI was hot. You see what I'm saying? So when all PPI got to do is come in line. It ain't got to be stellar. All it got to do is come in line, and the algos and everybody gonna like that. You know what I'm saying? Powell can come out and say 0.75, they already priced it in. If he come out and say we gonna stick with 0.5, they gonna love that. You see what I'm saying? So all the bad news is got us here. You see what I'm saying? All the bad news got us here. I feel it. Man, look, will you just put it on the weekly for me? And I'm gonna just say I am very, very concerned.
Me too.
Me
too. Me too. And then the SPX right in line. And then the SPY got a little bit of wiggle room. I'm concerned too. You feel me? But the reason why the only reason why I'm not 100% with you, I feel you. I'm concerned. I'm worried about it. But because it wasn't real sellers, it was just algos and dropping it. Because algos dropped it on when the what's name blew us out the water. What Econo did? Econo Day. Like, we already saw that one. Thursday. Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday, when this blew us out the water right here, the jobless claims. Come on, Econo Day. When jobless claim blew us out the water, look at that. The consensus was 210. We had almost 230. You know what I'm saying? Algos went crazy. Drop it like it's hot. You know what I'm saying? The algos, boom, dropped us down. Right? And then today,
that was the signal. And today we got confirmation.
exactly. So the algos went crazy yesterday, right? That's because they had priced, they priced it in. If this say this, drop it. Right? Boom. Then today, if this say this, drop it. Boom. You see what I'm saying? Nobody was really selling. The algos just put the market back into a discount. You see what I'm saying? So now that the market is in a discount, everything next week is all they got to do is come in line. And you know what I'm saying? As bad as the reports was this week, you see what I'm saying? As bad as they were this week.
Hey, look, I hope I ain't even gonna say hope because I don't like the word hope. But I see both sides, right?
Me too.
This is the crazy thing. All week we've been talking about it. I was saying, hey, look, man, they could probably take us down first before they send us back up. The thing that messed me up is when we broke the 405 and 405 ain't hold. You know what I'm saying? And then now we all the way back at 390. I ain't want us to sell far. I ain't want us to sell this far down, man. Like
they look concerned.
We sold down a little too far for my liking this week. You know what I'm saying? So
Boogie say his real number 350.
Yeah. Well, y'all don't want to know, man. Listen, y'all don't want to know my real number on the SPY.
What's your real number?
My real number on the SPY? All right, I get it to you right now. Let me pull it up. If we're gonna do real market structure, and really come back and clean up all the gaps, then right now I would tell you that the SPY really truly needs to come to about 323. So you got
you went back.
You gotta put it on the monthly, my guy.
I was gonna say you went back.
No, listen. Everything I know about market structure, Tim, tells me that we gotta go back to about like I said, that 323. Now scroll down or scrunch your screen up, and I'll tell you why. So go to that right there, October, September. You see that gap? Bingo. I know you see it. Yep.
Right here?
No.
Oh, right here.
So if you take go to what's that? November of 2020.
Okay, October.
November 2020.
November 2020.
Or yeah, right there, right? And then you go to that open, and then go to the close.
Oh, you talking about right here?
No. Right here. That area. Yeah, right there. That's where the gap is. So if you look, we closed October at what's that? 326. And when we opened in November, we
closed. Yeah, right there.
326, yep. And in November, we opened at 330. That's a gap.
Yeah, we opened at 330.20 and we closed, yeah.
That's a gap.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look, there's another price gap between September, or what is that, August and July.
Oh yeah, we gapped down in April,
so that's April,
June, July, August.
So yep, July and August, right there. You see that price gap?
Mm-hmm. That's what I kept going to right there.
Yeah,
that's what I thought you were talking about there.
Well, that's a part of it. So that whole area, and then it's ironic that that's also the top from 2020. That's where January opened. That whole area, that's a big demand area from a monthly perspective. Now, this is what I want you to see. Go look at XLC on a monthly chart. Oh, it did a round trip. Look at the numbers, right? From dates. Go to XLY for me. Go to a monthly. I just need you to take a look at what we see in here. Woo! Looks kind of familiar.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, and then do one more for me. Go to XLK because we ain't got quite there yet. But XLK could be headed down to that same little area that they all been going to, which is if you look at that market structure of where August, October, September. Yep, right there. So that'd be 111 on XLK. which coincides with Apple going to 125. Whew,
But
yeah, man.
but okay, yeah. I feel you. I feel
You
you on
good,
that. But
look.
just think about the waiting. Just think about the waiting, right? XLC is nobody is as heavily weighted as XLK.
Correct.
XLK, this is the most heavily weighted. And as far as pulling back to 2020, it ain't got that far back yet. That's why the
That's my
overall
word.
that's why the overall spine XBX, that's why they ain't like dropping it like it's hot, cause the heavy weighted one
Ain't
ain't
rolled
did that.
over. Right.
Yeah, and
Okay,
but
okay, so here's another thing. Maybe XLK don't have to roll as hard, but go look at your other sectors that if they start to roll, like look at your XL, like look at the XLV or XLI, you'll see. So we XLE, of course.
XLE all
Right.
gas right now.
Look at XLI. That don't look good. That don't look good. That don't look healthy. You bring that back down to about that 85 right there. Go look at like
But
an XLV. Again, we seeing the same, setup here where it looked like that's Wyckoff distribution at the top, man. We get through that, we coming back to that little red order
now
block right there,
I
the
can't
last
say
one.
I can't say XLV looking a little ready to go down. XLV look how smooth these months is on these lows across
Bro,
here.
that thing been just Wyckoff distribution in right there, and then sooner or later it's gonna come take a tumble. Take a look at like an XLF too. Like if you and this is what I like to do. I go through all the sectors, but you can see, look, they all have a similar pattern where they Wyckoff at the top, and now
Mm-hmm.
they starting to take that trend down. Some did it before others, but
Yeah, they all
they all
revisiting.
kind of got that look,
Yeah,
except for like your XLE. And then if you take a look at like XLU utilities, I think that one might be a little bit safe. But see, look, even XLU look like it's ready to, it ain't,
XLU ain't had far to go.
that barely moved. But like you
They-
said, the weighting and all that stuff.
yeah, like all the waiting and all that.
But
But
just
I
looking
will.
at those different sectors and seeing that, again, I am concerned, which is why I wanted price action to play out a particular way, and so now that it's playing out how it's playing out, to your point, we need to see one hell of a rally quad wishing week.
But
If not,
again, now this is another just looking at this right here, just looking at this chart, right?
yep.
Last month, right?
Yep.
It was stupid rally. See how this monthly candle
But,
look right
but
here.
you gotta understand though that monthly candle ain't really, what I'm saying? We didn't that high that we made on that monthly candle, we didn't get that high at the end of the month. That high was made early in the month.
Yeah, but I'm saying like coming from like
Yeah, we went from 380 to 417,
yeah,
10% bounce.
it's like we got like a crazy rally with good volume, right?
Mm-hmm.
This month it's a drop, but
But it's low
it ain't
volume.
no volume because it ain't no real sellers. You see what I'm saying?
I
Like,
feel you, but that's the issue because what if real sellers come in and we break that 380 tip? We going down to that 360, right where
and
your
that's what
tip
and
cursor.
that's why I've been saying the whole time the sellers done disappeared. You see what I'm saying? I've been saying this for over a week now. I'm like, the
Yeah.
sellers done disappeared. I'm like, we've had every opportunity to drop forever, but the sellers are like, I'm not like, I ain't mad. I ain't somebody say Tim married to his thesis. I ain't married to my thesis. I'm just looking at what's going. I'm just reading the room. I'm like,
Yeah.
because if you a bear, you ain't gonna stop selling till it hit the flow. You see what I'm saying? If you a bull, you ain't gonna stop buying until you bust through the ceiling. But it's like this in this week alone, we just fed because prior to all of this, let's go back to the daily. Prior to these these drastic days here, right? We had a little fake little run up right here, broke the structure, then we just consolidated. We just consolidated straight through, waiting on CPI and jobless numbers right here. That's all. We just went sideways, dilly dally, right at the point of premium and discount. You know what I'm saying? We consolidated right at the point of premium and discount, just sitting right there, right? We just sat there waiting, and when it came out, and like you said, they already said, we already start pricing this in. We've been pricing this stuff in. And when it came out really hot, the first thing everybody said, up, Powell finna go to 3/4. He ain't gonna do half. He finna go 3/4. That's why it fell. Oh, jobs, we got all these people filing for unemployment. They gonna tighten up on this. And so it fell without no real volume over the, like, cause here we go. Here go June right here. For the month of June, right? For the, June 1st, look here. Sideways and then drop. You see what I'm saying? That's it. I sound crazy. Why can I sound like I hear myself echoing? You see what I'm saying? So we've been going sideways and then a drop based off news. Like if we like, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't trying to convince you, but I'm just saying I'm with you. It look ugly. It look scary. It look like we fun just fall off the earth. But the only reason why,
but you know what? That's the time when you supposed to buy too. When you look that bad, that's what you're supposed to buy. You said no selling because they want to trap retail bulls.
Want to trap retail bulls? Okay, Boogie. Hey,
but now I just came to hop on here and chop it up with you. Like I told the people, man, I said regardless of how things went today, I was gonna be back on. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, let me see if anybody's saying something before you jump off. Let me see if somebody's saying something before you jump off.
The market a nice humble pie today.
Oh yeah. I came on like, look here, man. I got a clippity clap. A true bull. No, I ain't a true bull. I trade what I see, and right now, what I'm seeing is it's dropping, but it ain't. I don't see no sellers. I don't see no. I just see algos. Boogie say we go. Oh yeah, I saw that. At real number, saw that. Zay look concerned, saw that. Let us pray. What they say? I think so too. They aren't going to let the market fall through just yet. At least I don't think so. It ain't, I mean, Venus, it ain't about thinking. It's just about like looking at what's going on. Like it's like you say, you got to know technicals and fundamentals.
Bro, he talking about side in turn. I'm not bearish, dude.
It's all about fun. Like Zay say, you got to know the macroeconomics and you got to know the fundamentals of the companies, right? Ain't nothing about these companies change. It's just that we had quantitative easing, you know what I'm saying? And now we going through quantitative tightening. We going to interest rate hikes. We going with higher inflation. It's a different time. So it's like all of these, even the big companies were overpriced. You know what I'm saying? Even the big companies. So everybody trimming the fat. They trimming the fat on everything. So the market gonna come down. So I expect that. But I do know when there's no real sellers and it's just out, even going up. When it's like algo moving it up, they just pricing it up so they can sell it to the retail bulls, as Boogie like to say. They be like, oh man, we popping off. Guess who's selling you that? The people that want to go short. You see what I'm saying? And now it's dropping through the flow. So now all the bulls saying jackpot, I got him. I mean, all the bears saying jackpot, I got him. And guess who you gonna be buying from? The people that's ready to go long. You know what I'm saying? The people that's ready to go long. But if it was, like I say, if it was real sellers, bruh, I'll be on here like saying, now, and I'm mad enough to say, hey, next week, if it dropped to Hades, I'm mad enough to come on here and say, hey, y'all, I was slapped wrong. I was slapped wrong.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, hey, look, I thought CPI was gonna be a little bit better, so it looks like
Red say we were scared of daylight.
Y'all scared of daylight. My bad, man. We ain't trying to scare nobody. We ain't trying to
way too much glee. What?
But I do think, look, I will say this. I do think your turtle soup setup is still there, Tim. I just think we went down a little. We went way
Yeah.
deeper than what I thought. They
Oh
definitely
yeah,
like,
way
you know
deeper.
what I'm saying. But to your point, they fill all those gaps to the downside. You know what I'm saying? All those gaps that we left, they filled it up. You know what I'm saying? We didn't make a new low as far as the close go. We held 3,900. So if we can continue to hold this 3,900 into next week, I think we can get a solid bounce.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we can get a
You
solid.
say are they doing? They they always doing like rolling corrections. They don't never just correct everything at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
they always like move it from here to there to there to there. They you know what I'm saying, like, but they try to do it. I think they try to do it strategically because if they correct XLK, if they correct tech, discretionary, and like financials
All at once.
all at the same time, the market gonna collapse. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? Like you can have 9 sectors correcting, but long as tech and one of the other big ones are up, the market will stay afloat. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Long as tech and one of the other big ones are up, the market will stay afloat. But if you get two of the big boys correcting at the same time,
It's gone.
XLP, we ran 247 points. I scrolled it too fast. 247 points. Oh, you talk about the March quad witch?
Ran 200. Oh, that's true. But man, let
Somehow.
me got that gonna hop up off of here, Tim. I ain't gonna hold
All
you,
right,
man.
man.
You've been on for a minute, man. Appreciate you
Yeah.
everything you do, my guy. Have a great weekend to all the cousins, everybody that watch. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate everything, man. Y'all have a great weekend.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, Zay, man.
All right, brother.
All right. Hey, man, we done been on here for an hour and 22 minutes running our mouth, man. I appreciate y'all for sticking around this long. Hey, starting on the week after next, starting the week after next on Thursdays, we gonna do the price action review, the price action recap a little bit later. We gonna do it a little bit later, probably about 7, because I'm gonna be linking up with Coach Gay, excuse me, at his facility, and we're gonna be doing weekly classes for the youth and they parents, based around like financial literacy and stuff like that. So we're gonna be doing that weekly, starting in 2 weeks on Thursdays. So on Thursday nights we're gonna be starting a little bit later, probably about 7 or 7:30. But I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you, RM. I ain't mean to like just hold it up, just talk, cause sometimes it's just better just to, you know what I'm saying, talk back and forth with another cousin, man. Like, to see it from their perspective. It ain't about trying to convince nobody. It's just about talking through the whole process and see what the charts and what the fundamentals actually telling you, man. I appreciate Zay for pulling up. I appreciate Zay for, you know what I'm saying, being a real one, man. It's like you don't always get it right. This time I was on the wrong side of the news. Like, if the news went bad, we was prepped to go up. But as y'all saw, we was just waiting for the news, and the news came out bad. And hey, I was on the wrong side of the news. Can't win them all. But to the next time, man, I'll see y'all Monday morning. Let's say 9 o'clock on IG. And then we're gonna do the overnight price action. And then I'll see y'all Monday evening for Sunday. I'm tripping. Sunday, the big cousin Q. I got to make the thumbnail. The big cousin Q gonna be here Sunday. I see y'all Sunday at 3 o'clock for Tim's Tidbit Takeover, man. I appreciate y'all for staying around this long. Y'all have a great week, man. To the next time, y'all know what it is, man. I'm gone.